New at noon today, a tragic start to the holiday weekend in New Braunfels. A suspected thief hits and kills a woman moments before stealing a second car. All of this happening in a matter of minutes on County Line Road near Fisher Park. Eyewitness News reporter Addie Guajardo is live near the crash scene with more. Addie?
Well, Aaron, this remains a very active scene right now. Tow trucks just arrived to start clearing out those vehicles that were all the way down there when this accident happened. Now, the big question right now, how fast was that suspect driving to leave those cars hundreds of feet down the road where this crash happened? I want to walk you kind of through the scene of what police believe happened. They say the victim was making a left-hand turn here on County Line Road, and that utility truck driving northeast crashed into her at this intersection, pushing them all the way down there. Pieces of the vehicle still scattered all the way down the road. I want you to take a look down there. The silver truck, that's the victim's truck, and the utility white truck, that's the suspect's. Now, there's a lot of questions as to how fast that driver was going, but this is what we know so far. The accident happened around 8 this morning, and it all started, according to police, in San Antonio with a stolen truck that was found at an apartment complex here in New Braunfels. They say when they approached the utility truck, the man jumped into the car and sped off.
Immediately following that traffic accident, the driver of the truck fled the vehicle on foot up into this area, actually where this intersection is, and at knife point stole another vehicle, a silver Kia Forte, and fled the scene in that vehicle.
Now, police say the suspect is a man in his mid-20s wearing a black hooded jacket and a white t-shirt. Police say he could still be armed with a knife and are warning the public about that. Now, at this time, it's unclear who the woman was inside the vehicle that died in this car accident. But moments before coming on air, there was a family here that left in tears. Reporting live from New Braunfels, Addie Guajardo, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.